Larry, you talked about how labor hurt themselves. I was wondering if you could give me more details on how they did that.
Well, can I be candid with you?
Oh, yes, please.
As you know, I'm total labor guy, and we got into a problem, I think it was exactly the one Marilyn was talking about, is into a false contest between big labor and big business over a couple of bills. One of them, I've forgotten the number, the first bill we actually did in the legislature was an agreement between labor and business advocates in the legislature to increase unemployment insurance rates. Now the reason for that is, over recent years, the formula by which people and businesses pay into the UI trust fund was a little higher than the actual unemployment withdrawals were expected to be. Because, you know, we had a go-go economy, everybody was working, and so this fund got bigger and bigger. I forgot it was up around $12 billion or something. It was just a little higher than everybody thought it would be. So the idea was we could do a couple of things. We could tap that and put I've forgotten the exact numbers, a couple of $1 billion into extending unemployment insurance benefits at the time when unemployment was growing. During the 105 days of the legislature, unemployment in the state rose by 54,000 people. 540 people a day were losing their jobs every day we were in session. And it's now up at 320,000, something like that. And that's the formal, the statistical unemployed. Doesn't count the long-term unemployed or the part-timers who would prefer to have a real job. So we did step one. But then what happened is step two was going to be to bring that fund down a ways by reducing the withholding rate for businesses so that businesses would see a tax rebate. In effect, it wasn't going to be a rebate, it was going to be a tax cut because the withholding rate for the business would be down just a notch. And at the last minute, labor pulled the plug on that second part of the deal. And so, thereby leaving all of us labor folks stuck in the middle. And then what they did is run the bus over us about 3 times. We had to vote over and over, either you were pro-labor or not on this thing. And so it ended up dividing the Democrats, separating labor from business. It was, in my view, a bad move. That we didn't need to do that. Now, the folks in Seattle don't think that. You know, they're still pissed. They're still out there sending emails to all of us about that. It was a bad deal. But, and I've asked to go talk to, you know, to Al Lincoln and everybody up there, Jeff Johnson, and give them my particular views. But I just thought it was we're at a time of historic changes, of very politically difficult decisions in budgets and policies, and it's a time when we want convergence. Obama is convergence. He's bringing everything together. He's leaving the weirdos out on the wingnuts are out there by themselves. So we don't want to have politics that divide the middle, and that's what we got into. By the way, labor wasn't the only one. The environmentalists were equally enraging. The environmentalists, I'm as green as you get, but they served up one bad bill after another. And so did the teachers, by the way. The teachers got into this. You know, just kind of gimme, gimme, gimme by everybody when we should have been converging.
I want to comment too, because I think one of the things that you see that's happened over history is that, as Larry said, you know, there was a time when you had to be militant and crazy to get what you needed because things were really screwed up. But I think that we have an opportunity now to have some really positive change and move forward. And instead of talking about what we're against, we need to talk about what we're for. Because more of us are for the same things than against different things. So it's really changing the conversation to move forward. Because if we spend time talking about what we don't like, we're going to be stuck in neutral. But we have to talk about what we're all for. And again, we're for families that do well. We're for families that have health care. We're for businesses that thrive because that pays the taxes that gives us services. So we have to talk about what it is we're for.
Yeah. And it's labor that's actually, as I said, the only institution that really thinks about the society.
Holistically.
Holistically,
Yeah.
it is labor. You know, we are the center.
Thank you.
I have